12 things only old Overwatch players will remember. Just like this Reinhardt, we've all got our gray hair and old backs at this point because there are some things that, man oh man, used to be a part of this game that genuinely I can miss sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. The first one is Cassidy Stun. I can't say many people miss this one, but I'm sure some people do. Funny enough, even when they reworked the stun to the grenade, it's now causing its own problems and will be reworked itself. But yeah, it was an easy way to get cheap kills. I think I still prefer magnetic grenade than just being stunned like this. And this clip you watch is like 7-8 years old. It's insane. It's like 2015 Overwatch, the first time a Reinhardt got like stunned over his shield. And they're like, wait, that's possible? Yeah, this is old. We're getting old with it. Really old with it. Now, the next thing is some gorgeous gameplay here. I mean, it's some of the best Soldier gameplay even till today. It's amazing. It's a top 500 playing Soldier, and he's playing it very, very well. But the old thing here is how he's racking up a gold medal in the background. Now, we'll show the gold medal in just a second, but most OGs will, of course, remember the medal system. It's something that was removed because we now have a scoreboard. You hit tab, you can see everyone's score. The gold medal system would work as an end screen card, which is also something only old players will remember, but I'm not going to count it for today. Regardless, you'd rack up these medals. You'd get rewarded based off of these medals instead of having a flat scoreboard. Now, the medals had a lot of flair in my opinion, and I do wonder if sometimes maybe the top, the one who's doing the most healing or the most damage should still get some sort of medal. They just looked really cool. And also, I'm showing it in a game where someone dropped 91 kills, which is a nice little bonus. The next thing isn't, no, don't click away. It's not yet another Mercy res. Instead, it's the way this Mercy died. The Hanzo couldn't hit a shot for his life. He gave up and used the cheap method, the scatter arrow. Yes, the scatter arrow. Now, some of you might recall it now because they did show it in our little Valentine's game mode in Overwatch 2, which they brought it back momentarily. But basically, scatter arrow did a ton of damage, and even the most professional Hanzo players could use it to get cheap, easy, and free kills, especially on high health targets such as a tank. It was brutal. So freaking brutal. Now, the next thing is a little more obscure. And I mean, it's a little bit of a no-duh, but I wanted to mention it anyways. It's the fact that we can no longer, in Overwatch 2, get sextuple kills. I know, it's obvious. There's only 5 enemies. How could we get 6 kills? But it's true. Only old players are going to remember doing stuff like this. There was something just about the Sextuple Kill that you can't really put your hand on, or I guess pinpoint, but it was extremely satisfying, similar to a 5k, but I mean, you got that extra one. And I think it's because a lot of games like League of Legends or Valorant or even Rainbow, they don't really have 6 players, so it's pretty unique to Overwatch, but it's long gone. Now, what you're next seeing is also a little bit of a hybrid. I am packing this video. I say 12, but it's really more than 12. One was no role lock, and more specifically in quick play, no hero lock. The original Overwatch quick play, everyone could choose whatever they wanted. Yes, you could have 6 Reinhardts, and that was quick play, not a special arcade game mode. This was original Overwatch. In quick play, you could do 6 Reinhardts, 6 Bastions, 6 Mercies. You could do whatever the heck you want. And these people did the 6 Reinhardts, and funny enough, later you'll see like 4 Bastions or something. Look at this. Look like multiple Bastions on the back end with Mercies. 3 Bastions, 3 Mercies, I think. These team comps were insane. Now, a lot of people won't miss or really kind of have forgotten this, because what Overwatch did was make it, first they made it called Quick Play Classic, then they made it its own game mode, so a lot of times we can still have a lot of fun like this. Thankfully, it's not completely removed, but only old players, really old players, are going to remember queuing into a quick play and playing like this. Now, Ranked had Hero Lock, and eventually both modes also got Role Lock, which was introduced later, so also a lot of players will remember playing without Role Lock. That one isn't as old as the Hero Lock, but both are only for the OGs to remember. There is no going around that. I mean, look at this. There's look at all the Bastions. Look at all of the Bastions. But anyways, eventually the Reinhardts took the W, and just look at this end card. This is literally why I left it this long. I usually keep these parts a little shorter, but just for this. Look at this. Look at this beauty. The 6 Reinhardts. I had to show that. Anyways, next is the Lucio movement boom. This one might come as a surprise because a lot of players still have this Lucio movement, and it still happens today. This specific clip was very viral. Only old players will remember it. It's Widowmaker's Home Alone. Lucio, I'm on my way. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's Overwatch. Let's have fun. Lucio surfing or Lucio movement, originally similar to the stun over the shield, was such a jaw-dropping mechanic at the start, and it took a little bit of time for people to start honing it. And like that first clip, which is literally 2016 Overwatch, people's jaws were dropping as they learned Lucio. Also, as you can tell by the game mode in the background, this next one's very important.
So Keith and Dan put a custom layer of interface and a custom scripting system on top of the one that we use to make the game, so that all of you on both PC and console can start creating your own game mode.
The launch of Workshop. Dude, okay, well, I guess there's also Jeff Kaplan. Again, a lot of little bonuses. There's more than 12 in this video. Of course, Jeff Kaplan no longer working in the position, but forever missed. However, the launch of Workshop was a different breed, and I miss old Workshop. I miss the old culture. When I went into my custom games tab, I had hamster races, I had freaking like boss battles, I had so many creative parkour courses, I had so much. Look at this, there's even stuff like this kill to heal, where your health continuously degrades and you have to get a kill to restore that health back before you fall. There's just so much creativity like this, filled with players. The Workshop was popping off in its initial release, and the community around it was just amazing. It just felt stronger, per se. It has fallen off still, and of course is a very important part of Overwatch till today, but it doesn't have that same culture. Also, as we zoom in, don't you notice that little meter underneath? Yeah, that's the on fire meter. Our next point. Anytime you were popping off, you would set on fire, your little border would flare up, and you'd get a voice line, I'm on fire, or whatever. Everyone had a different voice line, but those voice lines still retain in Overwatch 2. Most people know that, but the little portrait, the fire, and everything else that come with it was removed for pretty much no reason. It's something that we need back. Blizzard is, I think, looking to add back, and is some nice little way to get hyped up. You set on fire, you just feel like you're playing better. You just start playing better. Is it just me? No, it's not me. It's a mental thing. It's already been studied in gaming and a bunch of other cultures. When you get hyped up, when you get pumped up, you focus harder and you play better. And the on-fire meter was amazing for that. The next thing is 2CP. Oh my goodness. 2CP. I can't say only old players will remember too much, but I mean anyone before Overwatch 2 will remember. But there's a lot of new players in Overwatch 2. Some of you guys may have not played Overwatch 1 or only played a little bit of Overwatch 1, and 2CP is something that only players who played Overwatch 1 will remember, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will want to forget. Now, again, this video is filled with bonuses. Hanumura and all the maps along 2CP count as all those bonuses, but I'm not gonna lie, I have been hearing some people want 2CP back, and to that, I'm showing you this clip. It's only been 30 seconds, and they've captured the first point, all teleporting around back for one of the quickest games, or maybe the quickest game in Overwatch history, ending in 54 seconds or something like that, maybe 57 seconds. And that's why 2CP was removed. It is unbalanced and just not very fun. 57 seconds, man. Anyways, moving from there, we have old Roadhog. Now, this is just a nice little clip that I wanted to show in which he jumps down into the well, bringing down D.Va's ult with him to save the team. With that being said, old Roadhog is mainly issued with his old hook. The way it would curve you around corners like this, make the most insane L-angle turns, avoid all objects to bring you through, and even when it failed, like here, it failed to bring the Bastion in, the game's like, yeah, but he hooked you, so you're dead, and kicked him off the map. It was absolutely ridiculous. The only time it would fail is moments like this. After trying so hard, you would go through 50 objects before the game was like, okay, maybe we shouldn't bring you in. We'll drop you there. It was terrible. It was terrible. It would hook you from outer space. Moving from there, we also have goats. Man, this is filled with Overwatch PTSD. Oh my goodness. Yeah, goats. Oh man. You know why I say only old players remember goats? Because it single-handedly destroyed... Okay, well, I don't have statistics to back it up, but for a lot of people, a lot will agree that GOATS was the beginning of the end for Overwatch and its player base, as the game became a stale, boring mess. Basically, GOATS allowed players to play hyperactively aggressive because of how defensive and shield-oriented the comp was. It was extremely boring. We eventually got a meta shift, but not after it being the longest meta in Overwatch history and maybe even gaming history.